Hey guys, it is Gypsy Wolf. I'm back and it feels so great to be here. I can't wait to be sharing again with all of you guys, whether you're my family, subscribers, or a new witch that's joining us for the first time. Thank you so much for being here. I really apologize for being gone for so long. I was in the hospital for close to a month and couldn't do anything there, obviously. So now that I am back, I want to bring you informative videos and just get the ball rolling and have a lot of fun. Okay, so today's video, I thought I would do something and teach you about an herb or spice, should I say, that is in literally everyone's kitchen. I mean everyone. And that is pepper. Okay? So I'm going to go over all the ways pepper is used, why it's used in positive magic, why it's used in negative magic, interchangeably, all that good stuff. So, don't mind my altar right now. It's still in summer form. This was my altar for Yamiya and Oshun. I did finally get some of my Halloween decor, and I will be sharing that with you very soon. Okay, now let's dive in to all the information that there is on black pepper or pepper. So I'm going to show you all the different forms real quick. What's primarily used in magic is black peppercorn. If you can see, black peppercorn, okay, in their whole form. We have crushed red pepper. There's white pepper, which I don't really use very often. It has a much more gentle touch, and we can get into that in other videos. Regular old black ground pepper, and then there's some cayenne pepper. You can also use fresh peppers. It's entirely up to you. But I don't really get into that in my video, into that here today. Alright, so the beginning of this information, a lot of it is from Cunningham, Scott Cunningham. So, I took my notes. I didn't want to leave anything out. So, get your pen, your book of shadows, or a piece of paper that you can attach to your book of shadows, and let's get going. So, the gender of pepper is masculine, the planet is Mars, and the element is fire. So that's pretty potent right there. It's often added to protective amulets to ward off the evil eye. It can be worn to ease the mind of envious thoughts, and it was very commonly mixed with salt and scattered about the property to dispel evil. Think about it. Even back in the day, it was very common for people to have salt and pepper, so it was easy for them to get their hands on. It symbolizes power, protection, cleansing, masculine energy, creativity, passion, ambition, and individuality. It can help facilitate your guides, angels, and or ancestors to bring you protective energy. Pepper can also be used to ward off negative and dark energies in your space. So you might want to use it if you're dabbling in some darker work around around your space. That's entirely up to you if that's something you want to choose to use. It also helps to break spells and curses. And there are a lot of different ways it can be used. Another magical benefit that pepper has, it helps activate your third eye chakra. So your third eye is, how you help see the future. You open it up when you're divining, okay? So if you use it, it allows your creative and passionate energy to flow more freely. Alright, now the ways we can use it. Because it's a powerful cleansing and purification herb, you can cleanse a space by placing crushed peppercorns into a smudge stick, which is really hard to be honest, guys, or by sprinkling it onto a candle, which is what I would recommend. Like, roll the candle, dress it with a little bit of oil, and then roll it in a little bit of pepper, because those fumes are tough. And if anybody in your home has asthma, don't burn it while they're home, or burn it at all, really. So if you can't do that, excuse me, another option, especially if the fumes are bothering you or your pets, like if you have pets, don't burn that. Add whole peppercorns to a spray bottle and cover with water and a smidge of vodka. Or you could use vinegar if you can't get your hands on vodka, if you're too young or you don't keep alcohol in your home. And you can spray that in areas that need cleansing. The final option is to mix equal parts of ground black pepper with salt and either cayenne or chili powder pepper in a bowl and keep it in spaces that need cleansing. This also helps to protect. And you discard the bowl, or the contents in the bowl, after 1 week. So that's good to keep under your bed. Maybe keep under a couch in a room where there are a lot of arguments, things like that. To ward off jealousy, which is a lot more common than we realize, carry 3 to 5 peppercorns in your wallet, a mojo bag, or even in an amulet. It also protects against gossip and evil eye. So, an option there, if you want to carry it on you, and you don't have to have that amount. If you only have 1 peppercorn, it is not the end of the world. But if you have an amulet such as this one, and I'll show you, this opens. I found this at the craft store, I think it was Joanne Fabric. And it opens up as such. And you can keep a peppercorn in there, maybe add a little bit of cayenne or a little bit of salt and wear it around your neck. If you don't have something like that, you can put some in a little mojo bag, the smallest one you can get your hands on, and a color that's appeasing to you. And you can carry this around your neck too if you want, or just put it in your pocket or purse or whatever. And if you're making the spray, just use a small spray bottle. Nothing crazy. Because you don't need to use a ton of it for it to work. It's a very potent, powerful spice. Okay. So you can also sleep with whole peppercorns for protection. You want to put a few in a sachet and keep it under your mattress or pillowcase. This can keep away nightmares, which is great. Like for me, I have very wonky, wild dreams, and a lot of times they're negative, and 99% of the time my dreams are in water, surrounded by water somehow. I don't know why. I'm not the best diviner in the world. I'm very good at reading oracle cards. I'm good at reading people, but as far as tarot and things like that, and reading dreams, I'm not the best in the world. But there's always room for improvement. That's what being a witch is, We always learn. Okay, enough of that. Alright, so it keeps away nightmares, it can. For added protection, you could also add anise seeds and a few dried mint leaves along with the pepper in the sachet. Another option is to mix a teaspoon of the black peppercorns with a few tablespoons of salt and place that under your bed, which I mentioned earlier. And you place that mixture within a week. So I kind of already went over that. I have my notes here, guys, and I do repeat. So I apologize if I'm repeating anything here. Alright, so if you're lacking in motivation and clarity, pepper is a great ally because it's ruled by Mars and the element fire. So you could diffuse black pepper oil, which I'm able to do even though I have asthma and a lot of things bother my chest and throat. Now, if I have a bad cough, I can't. So sometimes I just have to take, peppercorns that I've placed in water for a while and spray that. And that does the same thing. But you can use a diffuser with black pepper oil or dress a candle with it, which I mentioned before. And doing so activates your third eye chakra, which will allow your creative energies to start flowing and to make your own black pepper oil if you can't get your hands on any. But a lot of witchy shops online do sell it. You can just add 5 tablespoons of olive oil in a jar with 5 to 10 peppercorns and let it sit for 2 weeks. And then you can either strain or not, entirely up to you, and it's ready for use. Pepper is also used to enhance protection spell jars. To make the jars even more powerful, you can consider adding crystals like black obsidian and black tourmaline with the black pepper. So if somebody's coming after you and you're doing some protective magic, that's a good addition if you're using those stones. You can add peppercorns to food to break hexes and evil eye. That's a great way to use it in your everyday life, because most people add pepper to pretty much everything, right, that they cook. Now you would just add your desired amount of black pepper, whole or powdered, and it's also one of my favorite things to add to food to clear my sinuses. So anyway, you add it to the foods with the intention of breaking the spell or hex. And try to avoid using a spoon when adding the black pepper. Like, so when you're charging it, use your hands and then place it in whatever, like your gravy, sauce, chicken dish, whatever have you. And while you're adding it to your food, you can say a prayer. You don't have to, but you could say something such as, "Cleanse my energy from within and shield me from unwanted energies." Something that basic and simple, okay? And to make a simple protective black salt, the most basic way to make black salt for protection is to mix sea salt, powdered black pepper, and crushed charcoal, okay? Very, very simple. I do mine differently because I've been at this for a very long time. But if you're a new witch or you just need something quick and easy, boom, there you go. Now, when you're using black pepper for darker workings, it's best paired with other ingredients because it amplifies their abilities. So it's not really used alone in dark energy, like darker workings. Yeah, like on its own, it's mostly used for warding off negative energy. So one way you can use it, like in a curse, if someone is gossiping about you and telling untrue rumors, make a simple potion of about 1 cup of natural water, 1 tablespoon black pepper corns, 1 tablespoon of crushed red pepper, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, and a teaspoon of charcoal. After mixing well, place a personal concern of the person that's gossiping about you. But if you don't have that, you can use a picture or their name on paper with black ink, if that's all you have, into a container with other ingredients. You leave this outside for 3 days and 3 nights, and then dispose of it, like the stuff inside the jar, in a trash can far away from your home. But I mean, if you're just throwing it in a trash can, you can throw away the jar too. Or you can flush it down the toilet, but I would not recommend using that jar ever again, okay? And this is an example of how black pepper is used in darker magic, but needs accompanying ingredients to do so. Alright, so that is, I tried to make this as quick as possible, although I know I rant and I give you guys a lot of information in one video, but I don't want to leave anything out. I want you to be fully informed. So that's what witchcraft is. Like, I want to give you what I wish I got when I was a beginning witch. all the information. I just wanted to soak it all up. And I hope you do too. Okay? So for all the people that really truly want to learn, you're going to stick around, right? Right. Okay, now if this is the type of content that you enjoy, I would highly recommend that you join this beautiful, wonderful witchy community and subscribe, so that way you don't miss any other of my spells or information. I try to do a lot of information on herbs and oils and things like that, but I'm always open to ideas. If you have any, you just drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to oblige. Alright guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. There are no dumb questions, just questions, okay? Alright, I hope you all have a beautiful evening or day wherever you are in the world. And as always, mwah, blessed be.